welcome to a very, very special edition of the Squared Circle on a special day today.
Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. What happened?
December 7th. Well,
There was a problem last night.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they had a big meeting in here and a lot of stuff going on.
a lot of stuff going
we got
on.
bumped.
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 It's all Dane's fault.
Right.
Jay's fault.
Of course, it's my fault. It's
Well,
always my fault.
Yeah, you're always late anyway. So
Yeah, I know.
Right.
We're early for next week
Jay's so late this time that the show is actually a different
on
day.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Stock market crashes. It's Jay's fault.
Right. Anything
No,
happens.
he's not in the stock market. We can't blame that on him.
Maybe you could.
Penny stock, maybe.
Anyway, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to get to. We got to get to it. Over this past weekend, we did it once again. I told these promoters that we can be very, very accommodating. Yeah. And they were like, "Oh, if you can't make it, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it." I'm like, no. We'll be there. We're gonna do it. And once again, we did it.
We did.
Two places.
Professor Bill Thompson. I didn't introduce everybody, did I?
No, you didn't.
Again,
We're very hurt.
Professor Bill Thompson is here. He helped us out with Paradise Alley at Malillo Middle School. I knew I was going to do that.
It's all right. I can't pronounce it anyway.
Dangerous Dan was with me in Hadley.
Somebody
You were
Working, because I got kids. I need-
Ruckus
I need
John
this job.
Zerman, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. I got kids. I need this job. So, yeah,
He
I was at
works
work.
hard.
Working hard, so you guys don't have to.
You bet your life.
Yeah.
Or YBYL.
Right.
So, we did it. We
PVP,
covered them both.
PAPW.
TVP, PAPW. A little later on, towards the end of this telecast, we are going to show PAPW
Yes.
Yep.
and your beautiful, exemplary camera work.
That's it.
HD
Right.
camera.
Right.
And they,
None
and
of
they
that.
returned it back in one piece.
Yeah.
It all came back in one piece. A great suggestion by our friend Bad News on that position for yourself.
Oh, yeah. We got a different kind of perspective on the match this time. So, yeah, worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
it was nice. Everybody was waving to me. They're like, "Hey, how you doing?" People were coming up like, "Hey, nice to meet you." I'm like, "Hey, I
Yeah.
got myself up here."
Yeah.
There was none of that. Are they talking to
My
somebody behind me?
my friend from the inner circle was there in the front or second row, I
Yeah.
believe, and he waved to you.
Yeah, he was yelling my name, and I'm like, "Who are you?" And he goes, "Jay told me to say hello. I'm so." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you."
Right.
Because I was like, I know I don't owe him any money.
No.
So,
No.
I was like,
Well, if you know Jay, then they'll probably get it through.
yeah, they're probably like, Jay owes me $10. Did I get that from you?
Well, the saying back in the day was, if you got pulled over and I was with you, don't worry about it, because the cop would probably come up to my window
Yeah.
to give me the ticket.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
But anyway, we have a call-in guest coming pretty soon. It's a surprise.
Yeah.
Can't tell us.
We're all on the edge of our seat.
The edge of her seat. It's going to be the edge
edge of the
your
stage.
seat.
All right.
The real
Yeah, be careful.
thrill ride.
The thrill. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Bill, while I have you in focus here, what was your favorite part of Paradise Alley? Would you say the card Saturday night? What was the highlight?
The highlight for me, there was actually two. I'm a big Ace Romero fan and really big Jim Anderson. That was I don't know. After that match, I was making sure I had all my teeth at the end of that match. I mean,
Wow.
they were going at it, and I could see it, the way we had the camera set up. It was very interesting because you were able to see the reaction from the crowd, and literally there were people like, I mean, it was a hard-hitting match. I mean, they were doing some good stuff, and people were doing this. Like when literally, I thought at one point, Jim Anderson had Ace Romero on his shoulders, and vice versa with Ace Romero with Jim on there, and they were just dropping each other, and I'm going, this looks like, and they hit the ring one time, and I'm like, is this thing gonna pop open and just fall apart? I mean, that's how hard hitting it was. And Big Jim Anderson came out on top, but you know, it was a hard fought battle with him and Ace Romero. And I got a chance to speak to Ace Romero very briefly, but just a nice young man. You know, and we've seen him at Blitzkrieg a number of times. He's been
PvP even, he's been up there.
yeah, and I think he's been at a couple other places, and he's just
Yeah,
he's
we've got other footage of him.
yeah,
Right.
he's fearless. I think we did one of the Blitzkrieg shows where he was out in the audience and they were just literally beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
We
And,
picked up the trash can, the trash went all over the
Yeah,
place.
trash can. Yeah, I mean that was just a great. So Jim and Ace Romero was a great match. I have to say, you know, the House of Pain against the Battle Brothers was a good match. Of course, you have Damien Darko was there for one of the Battle Brothers because apparently he had a
John
second-degree sprain, one of them had a second-degree sprain of his toe, and so he could not wrestle. But the House of Pain, you know, I've seen them. I think this would be my second or third time, and I think it's been both at PAPW. And you know, they won the championship. Very much a crowd favorite. Seemed to really have a good core group of guys there. 3 of them. More of like if you had to compare them to like the New Day, but more hard hitting. You know, not as much the Unicorn and Bootios and
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy those guys. And of course, you know, I posted it. I don't even think my little fingers could do it quick enough. But PAPW crowned a new champion.
Right.
In the heavyweight division, and his name was.
Richard Holiday,
There's another part of that. New York's finest.
New York's finest asset, Richard Holiday.
Yes, Richard Holiday. And,
Sorry, Dan.
that was a great match too. So Dan's not a fan. I have to tell you, he's.
There were 2 swerves on both companies, both cards, and there was a swerve with the Richard Holiday match, and there was a swerve
Yeah.
over in Pioneer Valley too.
Yep, Mr. Paul Roma, former horseman,
Yeah.
took it upon himself. He was a referee, and I think he just said to himself, "This is who I want to be my champion," and did something that with a chair that was not very nice, and Richard Holiday became the champion.
Shenanigans.
You know, and you know what? You have to say, Paul Roma, former horseman. You know, they know how to get the job done. And they, you know, pull every underhanded trick. You know, we watched them for many years. So,
Oh, yeah.
so he did, and Richard Holiday is the champion. And I think that could be a long reign. I really think that's it. And I think they're set up pretty well now. You got, you know, him as the you know, their heavyweight champion.
Right.
The House of Pain. As the tag team champions because they won that night, and then we had Matthias is the Intercontinental.
He's the Intercontinental, right?
Yeah, so that is like a good core group
Yeah.
of people to be running the championship there and championships, and you know, I said it. I think I put out some posted some pictures. You know, they're picking it up there. Got a great chance to talk to Mario Mancini for it seemed like for like an hour, but it was probably more like 15 minutes. But you know, was talking to him. You know, I got an opportunity to talk to him for 10 or 15 minutes or so.
You can talk to Mario all night.
I'll tell you the stories and stuff that he came up
Oh,
with.
yeah.
He was talking about, and it was just like you're like. It's almost like you're being hypnotized because you're listening. You're just like you're soaking it all up. And he was talking about matches he had with Don Morocco, matches he had with King Kong Bundy.
Oh yeah.
Matches, you know, just the people you go down the line that he has wrestled. You got to say to yourself, it's like he's wrestled everybody.
Yeah, and from that area. Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah,
Without a
and
doubt.
it's like you just kind of you look back and you're going, you know, that's just a pretty amazing piece right there.
Yeah.
And one thing I didn't know, and I hope I have it right because The Undertaker,
Yeah.
first debuted at the Survivor Series, correct?
Correct.
On TV, correct.
Yeah, on TV.
Back in 1990, yes.
Yes, 1990. I can't go back that far.
I just posted my my ticket from that.
Yeah, I know. And
On our page.
he wrestled The Undertaker. I believe it was in Syracuse, he said, 2 weeks before,
Correct.
so he debuted, but just he wrestled the Undertaker, like, you know, with the exception of, you know, we all know I'm a huge Sting fan, but if you go back and you look, the Undertaker was the standard bearer for the WWE, and he wrestled that guy,
Right.
you know, just at the beginning. So if you look at that, it's pretty amazing. And this, you know, the couple of stories he told, you know, I was like, that's so, you know, just like funny things,
Yeah.
quirky things, you know, it was really nice. You know, good crowd of people there. Even under the concession people, they were just so nice about everything. So we met a couple of nice people there. You know, it's kind of a who's who of, you know, people that we see at a lot of the shows. Of
Yeah.
course, you know, our dear friend RJ was there doing commentary.
Oh, of course.
You know, so I enjoyed it. I had a really great time, and I can't wait. They got their next show is January 14th or 17th. I'm not
January 17th.
Sure. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to going to that show. So I'm there.
Same place?
I believe so.
It'll be the same place, right?
Yeah. Maybe, you know, well, I'm sure we'll be doing video that day
I
too.
think they're calling it Invasion.
Yes, they are.
Right.
Well, you mentioned Sting, right? Big news.
Big news.
Huge news.
Huge.
You know, our friend Brian Barth, the big event, March 4th at the LaGuardia Plaza Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two main draws is Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
Right.
which, if that's not enough,
The other one is it's somebody that we all were unanimous.
and you said it first,
I said it.
Mm-hmm.
Sting.
Yeah.
March 4th, LaGuardia Plaza Hotel. You got to be there.
Wow.
Mike Tyson, Sting, in the same room.
Do you think maybe we had some influence over that decision?
You know, he
I don't
does,
know.
He does, you know, we do have his ear, and he does listen to us.
Yeah. I was
Right.
when I saw that, I was just like, I was just like, wow. I'm like, I was wanted to go anyway, but now there's definitely a more sense of urgency to get there.
And I will say that for the holiday season, Brian Barth, for the people that know him, if somebody is from a single parent family, he's giving away some free autograph merchandise. All you have to do is talk to him and either go to his office or meet him at his weekend office, which would be the club that he watches football at. And
Right.
pick up, you
As
can
long as
pick
it's
up
not the Jets he's watching.
no, he's a Giants.
Yeah.
He's a New York Giants fan. But yeah, he's giving away some free autograph merchandise, not only from the wrestling world, but also the football world. He does
Yeah.
a lot of signings and meet and greets with New York Giants, both current and past Giants. He just was at Comic-Con in Jersey, and he had Dustin Diamond,
Yes.
Screech of Saved by the
Saved
Bell fire.
Yeah. And Marie Canal.
Maria Kanowitz,
Yeah.
yep.
Right.
Yep.
Which
So-
is two. Which one of these things doesn't
right,
go with the other?
Right,
Well,
right.
no, what?
Oh wait, Dan's
Maria
gonna
Kanellis and
talk.
Screech Dustin Diamond are both from the wrestling world, so they do go together.
Yeah,
Dustin Diamond's wrestling.
WCW, right?
For a short while.
A very short while.
Yeah.
Lasted about as long as
Short
his
enough,
acting career.
short enough where I don't even remember.
Okay, John, are you ready for your surprise?
Here we are.
Uh,
Gotta hit it.
Hello, you are on the squared circle.
Hello,
Oh.
Squared Circle.
Oh, my favorite.
Happy birthday, John.
There we go. Mr. Danucci.
Keep it going.
Oh.
No, don't stop clapping.
Of course. We're gonna keep it going, man. We're gonna keep it going.
Thank you.
Oh, it's
Thank you.
fantastic.
if you could see, we are bowing now to
Yes,
the phone.
yes.
We are bowing to the
That's
phone.
right. Bow down. That's right.
Yeah.
This is the new commissioner of Pioneer Valley Pro Wrestling,
Mazel tov.
Mr. Joseph
right.
Danucci.
Mazel tov.
That's right.
No,
The new commissioner, the new sheriff in town.
there we are.
Right.
You're gonna clean that place up?
What's that?
You're gonna clean that place up?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's starting to get cleaned up. In January, at our first year event, we're going to have the debut of Teddy Goods. So, you know, he's been all over New England, made a hell of a name for himself. So I'm like very excited to have him a part of our roster.
Teddy Goods.
There we are.
That's the goods right there.
That's the goods right there.
Yes,
Exactly.
I thoroughly enjoyed the card Saturday night. It was
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
great action. You know, brought to us courtesy of Mr. Joseph Danucci.
Yep.
Now,
Of course.
right. What are some of your plans as commissioner? I know you're not going to make PvP great again because it's already great. You're just going to make it greater.
I mean, yes, I'm going to clean up the mess that Johnny Idol made as commissioner. You know, like everything that he did was just a mess. Like, so I'm going to make PvP great again. I mean, it was good, but I'm going to make it great. I'm going to, you know, I cleaned up some of the roster. Like I told you before, Teddy Goods is going to be debuting. We're going to be in a new venue in February. We're going to be at Max Cap. You know, we're taking over Western Mass.
You're maximum
because of him.
capacity. Maximum capacity.
Yes.
In Chicopee,
Yes,
Massachusetts.
sir.
Oh,
Yes.
Chicopee. All right. Are
Right.
you going to be able to find that, Jason? You
Well,
gotta send Jason the exact coordinates because he has a habit of getting lost.
He has a habit of getting lost, so he needs a GPS. It's like 2016.
Yeah.
I have a
Get a
GPS,
GPS.
and half the time it doesn't work.
Yeah. Kind of like Jason.
Well, get a new one.
Half the time it doesn't work.
Well, Dan purchased me a new one for a gift. So if the new one doesn't
isn't that
work,
cute?
There we are.
so maximum capacity February 18th. That's for the Golden Grappler Awards.
Correct.
Right.
Golden Grappler Awards where, you know, I should be, again, Manager of the Year. I was Manager of the Year last year, and I'm looking forward to becoming a two-time Manager of the Year. And, of course, all the other awards should go to the closers because they're the best.
Well, you know, I got my ballot in the mail and I filled it out, and I definitely put your name on the top of the list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it should be.
Definitely.
That's where it belongs.
One of the candidates for breakout star though is Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Well, his first television
Yeah.
debut was right here on the Squared Circle. So we're
Oh,
very
that's-
familiar with
oh.
Wrecking Ball. Yeah, we're familiar with Wrecking Ball.
Right.
Wrecking Ball is like a great addition to the roster. I mean, Johnny Idol made a good decision when he was commissioner by bringing Wrecking Ball in. That's the only thing I'll give him. But, you know, Wrecking Ball is going to have to, you know, work his way to the top in my PvP. It's my PvP.
Wow.
So he's going to have to work his way to the top.
Well, I think at the Golden Grappler Awards, you need to add a category for television hosts or correspondents, maybe.
Maybe not.
Oh,
Possibly.
I don't think that's going over very well.
no, huh?
No.
Well,
How about best looking
Well,
commentator?
that would go to obviously the best looking commentators.
Yes, I'm not
Is that
saying
what you
that it
said?
should be me. But
No, but there's probably never going to be such an award because the only best looking is the closers. You know,
ah,
Sexy Jesus, Brad Hollister, and TK Orion.
how do you say that again?
The closers,
Yeah. What's the name of
you
that
know,
fellow?
Brad Hollister,
No,
Hollister, TK Orion, and Sexy Jesus.
I
Come
like how I
on.
was trying to get you to announce Mr. Hollister.
Oh, well, I
in
only
the
do that when it's his time in the ring. When
Ah.
he's in the ring, that's when I announce him.
because that's only you
I
can
need
do
to
that. Jason tries
Yeah.
to say it the way you do, but
It just doesn't work out.
No.
That's like
It
man, hell
doesn't.
is
yeah, only you.
Yeah, only me. Only me.
I only dream of one day that you would announce my name because it's just you're the tops in the field right now.
Oh, that is so nice of you to say. I already know I'm the best. Thank you for for the
modest, too.
compliment. Yeah,
Incidentally,
I am the greatest.
we did two events at the same time Saturday night. I had a film crew over at East Haven at Malillo Middle School for Paradise Alley. Ran into Tequila Rose. You
I
managed
love
her.
Tequila Rose. Tequila Rose is my girl.
Right.
She is the Center Ring Divas champion. She's my girl. She's a PAPW Women's Champion. She's the best.
Yeah,
I love Tequila Rose.
yeah, and you were with her at Dieselmania about a month or so
I
ago.
was. I accompanied her to the ring, and of course she won because I only manage winners.
There we are.
Of course.
And yeah,
So we're gonna have to get you back
whoever
down.
I manage is a winner.
Yeah.
Don't cut me off. Whoever I manage is a winner.
Don't ever cut him off, John.
My
Yeah,
apologies. my
I'm
apologies.
Mr. DiNucci. You're talking to Mr. DiNucci.
Yes.
You don't
could-
ever cut me off.
You could stay on as long as you want.
You're talking to royalty. Don't interrupt.
There we are.
Where
Yeah,
else can we
wrestling
find Mr.
royalty.
Oh, now I'm doing it.
Yeah,
See?
now he did it. Look.
Where else can we find Mr. DiNucci? Mr. Joseph DiNucci.
Well, you can find me at Blitzkrieg Pro on, I believe, January the 7th in Enfield, Connecticut. And you can find me at PvP on January 27th in South Hadley. And, I'll just keep you guys updated when I get some more dates because I'm a very, very busy man.
Well, we need to get you in the studio at some point. We're gonna get you down there. That's our goal for 2017 to get Mr. Joseph DiNucci to grace us with your presence in person.
In person.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
have to talk business.
We'll have to talk business. Have your people call my people.
Hollywood J. Williams will have his people call you Mr. Joseph DiNucci's people. We can set that up.
Okay, we can definitely set something up.
Absolutely.
So who out there that you haven't been able to sign yet and get into your stable? Who might be you looking at for 2017?
It's definitely tough because there's a lot of hungry talent out there that I would love to manage. I mean, I have my eye on a few people. I mean, I wish Brian Fury wouldn't retire because I love Brian Fury and I wish I could manage him again.
Yeah.
I managed JT Dunn. I've managed some great people. AR Fox. I've managed a lot of people who have been all over the place. And I would love to manage. I can't really decide. It's really tough, but I think maybe. I don't know. It's so difficult to choose because there's just like so many people that like I would love to.
Yeah.
I've managed Billy King before, and he was really quite something.
That was recent too.
Yes, that Wrestle Jam. That was very recent.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to manage EC3. How's
There you
that?
go.
Oh, yeah.
There you
EC3.
go. Good call.
Because EC3 still owes me that kiss. He never, him and his stupid little friend.
I remember
He
that.
still owes me that kiss. I would still like to manage him because, he is, former TNA champion, and who doesn't love that? So,
Yep. There we are.
EC3 or, maybe a Jeremy Leary someday because I like Jeremy
Dirt
Leary.
dog. Yep.
But there's just like so many other people in New England that I would love to manage. It's just, I can't put my finger on it.
What about my girls
I'm
here, the
looking
Sea
on
Stars? Can you see yourself,
The
man?
Stars.
The Sea Stars. Can you see yourself with them at all?
Well, I've managed one of the Sea Stars. I've managed Delmy Expo
Mhm.
before, like in the very beginning of like my managing career.
Oh, okay.
And, she lost, so there goes her. She's out of my thing. But I don't know about the Sea Stars. They have Jocelyn. Have you ever seen Jocelyn?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a picture of the Sea Stars with Jocelyn. That's basically their new
Yeah.
mascot.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the Sea Stars have Jocelyn. I don't need to manage the Sea Stars. But if the opportunity shall arise, then I wouldn't say no, because they're very successful in their little 2 to 3 year career that they've had.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
And I think I
They're
could
going up.
Boost it even more. Yeah, I could boost it even more.
What is the secret to your success?
The secret to my success now, if I told you the secret to my success, it wouldn't be a secret, would it?
No, it would not.
Yeah.
I can't tell you because I'm a winner, and winners don't always reveal their secrets, so I can't. I'm sorry.
But we want to be winners
Sorry,
too.
not sorry. You want to be winners too? Then you have to find a way to be a winner because I did, and I was born a winner, and I'll always be a winner.
Oh my God.
Confidence is not something you lack.
No.
Definitely not. I'm very confident because everything that I've worked for, I've accomplished. So I'm going to be a confident person.
So you could say you're working hard.
So others don't have to.
Definitely.
Amen.
So before we wrap it up, tell us about the old school night on the 27th. How's the card shaping up so far?
It's shaping up very well. We're going to be revealing some matches very, very soon, and I'm very excited.
Mm-hmm.
So just stay tuned.
Perhaps another title defense for Mr. Hollister.
What's that?
Perhaps another title of defense for Brad Hollister.
Yeah, maybe.
Give us your thoughts on Frankie Arion.
Frankie Arion. I retired Frankie Arion from professional wrestling. I put him out of his misery when I beat him and was the only person in history of that company to defend that title, and it's not even mine.
Oh, that's pretty definitive.
I remember Frankie Arion. I remember that match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's swept under the rug. He's a footnote in my career. I beat him. Frankie is a great competitor, no doubt about it. He's done a lot of things in New England, but I put that dog down and I saved Brad Hollister's title. And Brad Hollister was champion for 500 and 60 days.
Something like that, yeah.
Yep.
Aren't you worried he might come back?
Not in the slightest, because he will never set foot in PvP as long as I'm in charge.
Wow. Those are strong words.
What if he was to surprise you?
It wouldn't be a surprise because I would have his, little rear end escorted out of my building.
Wow.
Well, Mr. DiNucci, where do we find you on social media? How do we get in touch with all the promotions that you're working with?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at Joey_DiNucci. You can follow me on Facebook as a fan page. It's Mr. Joseph DiNucci. And you can follow Pioneer Valley Pro at PvP Wrestling on Twitter. And then look for them on Facebook, Pioneer Valley Pro.
Yep.
I'm going to follow him now.
Oh, we're gonna
Bill's
follow
following you right now.
you. Follow you.
You better follow me.
Genesis.
I don't
follow
want
you.
him. I don't
Follow
want
me.
him mad at me.
You have me on your show and you don't even follow me?
I follow you. I don't have a Twitter, so I can't follow you, but I like your page on Facebook.
Make a Twitter and specifically just follow me.
There we
Okay.
That's what I
I'll
will
be
do.
your only. That's all you should do is just follow me, follow Brad Hollister, follow Hammer Tunis, follow TK Orion, follow the closers, and you will be all set.
And we've been very fortunate to share a pizza with you, Mr. DiNucci.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, a pizza.
He doesn't sound. He doesn't feel like he was fortunate. He's like, yeah, that was a charity case.
go.
You don't know what good pizza is till you come down here.
You gotta come to New Haven for that.
Oh,
brother.
yeah.
Famous.
No, I want like expense like lobster and stuff, not a pizza next time.
Whoa.
How
A
about
pizza is like what regular people eat. Like I'm not a regular person.
How about lobster
I
pizza?
am Mr. DiNucci. No, not lobster pizza. That sounds disgusting. I want a lobster on a butter roll.
Wow.
You're making me hungry now for seafood.
There's a place right up the street from here.
It's called McDonald's.
No.
That's
no.
next door.
Are you serious? That's
No,
where
there's a
all
seafood
that's
joint
where
up the
all
street.
the overweight
Popeyes,
people
they have
go.
seafood.
No.
Dino's.
I would
Dino's,
not
that's it.
take you to
Dino's.
McDonald's. I would make sure you got the finest lobster sandwich in the state of Connecticut.
Yeah.
that disgusting state of Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Aren't you coming to Enfield soon?
I'm not from here. I'm from California, okay? I originally came here because me and Brad Hollister grew up together, and, you know, I wanted to help him out. So I moved down here temporarily, and it's disgusting. This state is disgusting. Connecticut is gross. Just
Wow.
New England is disgusting.
Well, I don't like the
It's
winter.
snowy, it's cold.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd ra-
Raleigh, it's nice and warm.
And, you know, Connecticut, Jason does live here, so, you know.
I'm the biggest icon in North
sorry.
We
Haven.
got that going against us.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for your
So
time.
for the wrestling fans out there who would want to see him, Mr. Danucci, when do you think Wrecking Ball Legursky will get his shot at Brad Hollister?
You know, Wrecking Ball Legursky is going to have to do what everybody else has to do in PvP, and that is work for a title shot. I can't give you a date. I can't give you a time. If I feel that he deserves a title shot, I will give him one. But at this very moment, he is not the #1 contender.
Well, fair enough.
Fair enough. Gotta work hard.
There we
Yes, that's what everybody has to do, because we're not going to do it the Johnny Idol way, where everybody thinks that they get a title shot and get one. No, you have to work for it. And you have to earn your way to the top, just like I had to do, just like Brad Hollister had to do, just like Hammer Tunis had to do, and just like TK Orion had to do. And now look at
TK Orion. TK Orion.
I'm talking.
Sorry. Sorry.
TK Orion and the Kingdom are the first ever 6-man ROH Tag Team Champions. I managed TK Orion.
And now
he
look where he is.
successful because of under my tutelage.
Yes, very good.
Yeah,
very good.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, yeah. And you
You're
know,
welcome.
I'm predicting a lot of people come out of New England getting into Ring of Honor and TNA and then possibly WWE. And you're one of the men responsible for that. So we applaud you and thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you can clap if you want to applaud me.
Let's clap.
There we go.
Mr. Danucci, thank you very much, sir.
Oh, the pleasure is all yours.
Have a wonderful night. Thank you.
Take it easy, sir.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Oh my God.
Are you surprised?
He's
That's
awesome.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, my favorite. He's just fantastic.
You could literally, at the shows, you can literally sit there and let him spend 5 minutes just screaming out Hammer Tunis'
Oh, yeah.
name,
Yeah.
Brad Hollister. He could yell out a pancake order,
Yeah.
and I just sit there and like, that's just
Right.
amazing.
Yeah.
And even the people who may dislike him,
Mm-hmm. He could
People-
make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
yes,
Sounds like something you'd want.
yeah. At the end, you're just sitting there. It's like, and it's just, everybody's like, even if you hate him, you're like, this guy's amazing.
You know what
Right.
we got to get him to say?
What?
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, you know, since that's retired.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should all note that Dan has a new phone.
Wow.
Wow. Look
And
at
it's-
that.
It's not a flip phone.
Wow. What happened? Fred Flintstone confiscate the other one?
Well, Dan's coming up in the 21st century.
Wow.
Okay, before we get to the clips,
Yep.
this is the list of Hollywood. You've heard of the list of Jericho.
Oh my God.
This is the list. Now, somebody is already on the list. We already took care of that. But I got somebody else that's going to go on the list
I made that list.
right now.
Uh-oh.
Because you know something? These girls are great, and I have a lot of respect for them.
Yep.
And there's somebody else that was a friend of theirs
Okay.
that Saturday night, well, the current PvP Women's Champion Skylar Ashley got into the ring and basically told her that she didn't feel as if she deserved to have the belt. Talking about Skylar, of
Right.
course.
Yes.
And like, Delmy's over here, and she agrees with me. Toxis agrees with me. You don't deserve the belt. So for January 27th, we suggest, Skylar, that you find yourself a tag team partner, because you're going to have to take on Team Sea Stars, you and a partner. And Skylar is like, well, gee, funny you should mention that, because I found one.
Uh-oh.
I found one right now. And you know something? You know who that ended up being?
Toxis.
Wow.
Toxis?
Would not have expected that.
Right. Double choke slamming Ashley and Delmy.
Well, they deserved it. You should
We're
have heard
gonna-
what they said to her.
We're gonna show the footage. It's kind of horrible, stomach turning. You know something?
How
You
do you-
jump on my friends. You jump on Hollywood
Wait,
Jay Williams.
how do you know in the locker room on the way out they weren't saying all kinds of provocative things to her?
I know them very well.
Let me tell you, Toxis.
When you
tell you.
betray the Sea Stars, you go on the list of Hollywood.
Oh boy.
You made the list.
Made the list.
You made the list, lady.
You better watch out. She might choke
I
slam you
know,
next.
yeah.
She's all the way up there. I'm all the way down here.
You never know.
Say that again.
You never know. She could show up. You never know who's going to come in this show.
Yeah,
Never
we've
know.
had people busting before.
That's right.
Let's go.
We
to
do
the-
have a security guard posted over there, though.
Yeah, of course.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, but Toxis, yeah.
She made the list.
Yeah, there we are.
Might be
We've
well.
got footage. Paradise Alley, correct?
Paradise Alley.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now, unfortunately, we do not have any audio. That is my fault.
Yes.
We're not doing a microphone check. Due to time constraints, we were unable to get any kind of musical underscore. We're going to maybe work on that for next week.
Yes.
Liven it up a little bit.
Next time we'll know that there needs to be a microphone.
So what do you think this fella's saying, though? Hollywood Jay?
He could be saying, he's probably telling everybody that unfortunately Hollywood J. Williams and Robert Hoff, Patriots Dan are not here right now.
That's why
Right.
everybody's cheering.
Right. But please, ladies and gentlemen,
That's why everybody was cheering.
holding their camera right now, Mr. Bill Thompson, and everybody's just going nuts.
Yeah,
See?
they
Yeah.
all went nuts. I mean,
Right.
Richard Holiday came out, but people are really cheering for me up in the corner.
There we are.
Richard Holiday, put him back in.
I'll tell you what,
Nobody wants to see him.
New York's finest.
Yes.
There he is.
Former guest of the in studio.
New York's finest asset.
He's a second-class act.
Oof.
I'm New York's finest. He's a second-class
He's
act.
the second class. Is that what
I
you're
didn't know you were
saying?
from New York. That's news.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bill.
That's amazing.
Zooming in. Getting a little nauseous.
He's doing a really, really great job. We're gonna have to have him operate the camera a little
Yes.
more often, I think.
I sound like Ed McMahon when I laugh now.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Right.
I think there must have been a miniature earthquake or something go through because I do notice the camera jumping up and down.
What we did not know is when people run up and down the bleachers, it shakes the camera. So,
Right.
but if you trip them, then they don't come back up.
Right,
so.
right.
Oh.
And I said they asked who I was, and I told them I was Jay Williams. So
You don't look anything like Hollywood J. Williams.
And he's thankful
Thank God
thankful
for
for
that.
that.
So this is Richard Holiday gearing up for his match.
What's he? Think he's Muhammad Ali or?
And as Bill noted earlier, Pretty Paul Roma is the special referee.
yeah,
But here we have somebody we've talked a lot about on this telecast before coming out, and that's Zane Bernardo. Now, this was not the main event that Richard Holiday was involved with. Holiday had to work his way into that main event for the PAPW title, and this was the
this is one of the first preliminary matches.
Right.
It was him and Zane Bernardo.
right,
One of the first of two matches.
right.
And
This-
then you had the final match.
This is actually the third match in the card. The first match was the other prelim to this, which was Marcel Williams versus Matthias. I'll have to show that. That's kind of a lengthy match. We have to do that one next week.
Yeah.
Well, Zane Bernardo also in one of his first matches, Jay, I were lucky enough to interview him.
Right, exactly. Back at Blitzkrieg. Their special.
Was that the Rumble style match? Then he got eliminated like almost immediately.
Well,
that was another one.
Yes.
right. We actually interviewed him up in Enfield.
Yep.
But him and what's the R.J. Rude
Yep.
were at Wrestle Jam,
Right. Yep.
and I think that was their second match, but
And-
together. But again, they did an awesome job.
Right. And he had the three-way match at Dieselmania as well.
Yep.
And to me, that I did go on record saying that was my favorite match of the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these gentlemen always put on a show and very athletic, and it's just
And they have their supporters.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess to a fact you could say they were their athletic supporters.
yeah. I was waiting for that.
There you go.
Hey, now.
Boom, boom.
Now this is a family run program, gentlemen.
Well, that was a family comment. I'll fill you in later where I got it from.
Grease is the word.
You know, I see a lot of potential in Zane though, in the future.
Yeah, I think he is going to continue to progress, and listen, he could be, if not a contender. I mean, he's taking a match right now.
Mm-hmm.
You have to say he's in that contendership for the title. Puts a few wins together after this, and then he's right back at the top again.
Well, I see him more at the moment as a cruiserweight. He's going to have to bulk up a little to get into that heavyweight category.
Right, I agree with you, John. I could see him more of a cruiserweight or X Division type athlete, instead of competing against the heavyweights, the style of Mr. Holiday.
Well,
Right.
He does have the height advantage, but not quite the bulk as of yet.
Yeah, I think it's it's. I think we've all said it. It's like there's so many different styles now. You have to look back at the Rey Mysterios against some competitors that were so much bigger than him.
Right.
Such as the semi truck.
Yes, the semi truck from the NWO Dart Throw.
Yeah.
And but he is, I think it's all about what you got and how you use it.
No, by any means, I'm not insulting the man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you said, there are multiple styles, and I see him more going into the cruiserweight style,
Well,
jumping off the top rope, and
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that right now Holiday being the champion, he's going to be going against all the top guys.
right.
So there is, although no one may admit it, there could be a night where he's on his off night and not 100% on his game, and somebody else is on 100% of their game, and that's where the upsets come in.
Yeah,
So we'll
without
have
a
to
doubt.
really see.
Right.
I think the next year of PAPW is going to be very interesting, and
Right. I see a long title reign for Holiday,
yeah, I think I do
comparable to Hollister with PvP, something
Yeah.
like that. And
too. Yeah,
Oof.
a nice curb stomp there.
Oh,
Very nice
I
curb
felt that
stomp.
one.
nice
And it's
curve
all over.
stop. It's all
Oh.
over. That was quick.
Yeah,
That was about 7-8 minutes right there.
Oh.
Right.
was it 7 or 8 minutes?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty deadly move right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I strategically timed these matches out.
Now you were there, Bill. Did Zane Bernardo have his own cheering section this time?
I think he had quite a few of the people were very excited to see him out there. Not as many excited to see Mr. Holiday. There were some choice chants that I will not repeat on the show,
Okay.
but I think we've all heard them before.
Yeah.
But again, you know what? The proof's in the pudding.
Oh, sorry.
Holiday won, and the group of gentlemen that are booing him right there, who were quite funny.
Isn't there some sort of feud going on between Holiday and RJ Tooth?
There's something going on there. I think when we had them on the show last time with him, Jim Anderson, there seems to be some good stuff going back and forth. And the gentleman that we were lucky enough to get on the show right around the time of Wrestle Jam, Mr. Eric Essex,
Right.
who, you know, I took exception with, made a reference to my wife on one of his
Whoa.
replies. But yeah, I think there's that kind of team kind of being built up. I think it'll be interesting to see when Mr. Essex comes back this way again, to see how it kind of all pans out with him and Mr. Holiday. But again, you know, seems like Holiday and Jim Anderson weren't really high on Mr. Two,
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
which we are.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. RJ's a great commentator and
He is.
a great guy.
Yeah, you have to say it's when you go to a show, it's like it gets a little quiet once in a while.
Right.
You can. I told him, I says it's almost like therapeutic to hear him call the match sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because it puts you to sleep, or
No, Dan, it doesn't put you to sleep. It's very informative.
Oh,
He
okay.
is like although this is a little bit older reference, he's like a Gordon Soley, a Bill Mercer, you know, and he's got a good head on his shoulders, and I think he's got a good career going forward.
Here we have the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Center Ring Divas Champion, Tequila Rose, one of my favorites, of course.
Of course, Jay.
Yeah. A very, very talented woman.
There's a kind of a coincidental. Your favorites always seem to kind of fall in a certain area, which we get no response.
Right, I'm talking about her ability in the ring.
I think
you
we're
know.
talking about awkward silence. Awkward silence.
Here is Tequila's opponent for this evening.
Santa Claus?
No. Somebody we do not know too much about. Christina Marie.
Actually, was very impressed with her.
Mm-hmm.
She, you know, she.
Actually, what am I saying? Here is the champion right
Yes.
here.
Yeah, you had it backwards, but
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to correct you.
I think it's
Right.
because they're.
They do look a little bit alike
Yes.
from over here.
Well, Miss Rose is escorted by Santa.
Well, being that one of them is holding a belt,
Right.
Which belt is that?
The Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Center Ring Divas Championship.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, now Santa's got a belt on too, though. So
Right.
yeah.
But his doesn't count. There's like no Santa heavyweight championship
Oh.
because he wrestles elves, so it doesn't technically count. So I was excited to see Santa there. He made an early appearance.
Mm-hmm.
did he give you anything?
He said, "Stay away from Jay."
There you go.
Well, that's a good piece of advice.
Good, yeah, he gave you some advice. There you go.
But and here we go. Man.
And here we go. Let's see the different styles. When I was in there helping you set up, Bill, we were, as soon as we walked in the door, this Christina Marie was in there practicing, and high flying.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
she's
I gotta say that.
very quick.
Right.
Some might say sudden
Right.
in the ring.
Right.
And as we go through this, you'll see some very good wrestling moves.
Mm-hmm.
Not much was known about her coming into it, so the crowd, as you kind of see through the match, you'll see that she starts doing some really good things, and the crowd is very, very receptive to that. You know, so all of that looked like it probably hurt it off a bit.
No, Bill, Hollywood just alluded to he was in there helping you, and he was watching the
Christina Marie.
Christina Marie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you feel he was doing more, helping you set up or watching Christina Marie?
Well, I
Probably-
was watching Christina Marie before I helped Bill set up, because you couldn't help but watch her as you were walking in the door. Yeah, let's clarify that. But
Dan.
little was known about this woman, but
Yeah, it's be interesting to find out a little bit
Right.
more about her and
Right.
where she comes from. Is she from the state of Connecticut?
don't believe so. I think she's from the New York area, New
Well,
Jersey area.
Let's see what we can find out.
Mm-hmm. Do the research.
There we are.
Right. There's a lot of talented ladies down, a lot of talented individuals altogether in the indie wrestling business in the New York, New Jersey area. don't really get around there too much. Maybe we could change that.
Ooh,
That was kind of disrespectful.
yeah.
That's one thing.
And this is where the experience comes in.
Right.
Well, we have seen those big signs as we've gone into the different cities and states. Massachusetts welcomes a squared circle, and
Yeah.
Philadelphia welcomes a squared circle. So you know,
Right. Mm-hmm.
And of course, squared circle front and center at TLC
Right.
on Sunday. Anybody notice that?
No, didn't happen to notice that. I have a confession to make. I didn't actually see the TLC pay-per-view.
Yeah, you didn't miss a whole lot.
Right. Busy that evening. That's. She's got Marie right in the corner here. And that's not a good place. Hopefully for Marie's sake, well, she got out of that one.
Yeah, return the favor on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Blocked.
Blocked.
Oof.
That's
Nice
Sunset.
move right
that's
there.
that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that acrobatic style I was telling you about.
Yeah, that's what's starting to bring the crowd to life.
Right. Mm-hmm. Because that's something you don't see a lot of from Rose.
No.
Nice drop kick.
Right.
Another drop kick.
Another drop. I don't know. Now she's getting Rose off her game a little bit.
Into the corner.
Oh,
Mhm.
You're
That's
going to
it.
go
Next
all
call.
four?
Yeah.
We don't see this too often.
Three.
3. Are we gonna get a number 4 here?
Ref's going to get out of the way. There we are. Four.
Wow.
All four
Yeah,
corners.
she really had her rock and rolling at this
Right.
Reversal.
Yeah.
Tequila shakes it off.
Right.
few
Right.
closed fists there.
Right.
Getting her up
Oh,
to,
we didn't see any close fists.
No.
no.
Or the monitor wasn't working like Bobby Heenan would say.
Yeah.
What match are you watching, Monsoon?
That's Christina Marie, though. She's putting up good fight, and I think we're going to go right into.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a pretty heavy DDT right
Yeah.
there. I thought she had her right there.
Oh.
Right.
And I think the crowd thought that she had her
Yeah.
too. So.
Mm-hmm. It's just a new rivalry for Tequila Rose here. We could see the two of them
Well,
fight each other again, perhaps one day.
well, listen. Sometimes it doesn't always work the first time. You learn more and more about a person,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure she'll want to. If she gets the opportunity, she's going to want to come back and try to take that
Right.
title. It's a little disheartening. Santa Claus is cheering for the possible rule breaker, I guess you could say. Little bending of the rules there.
Right.
Nice clothesline, though.
Well, you know, Santa's got to keep it even. He's got to
Mm-hmm.
double check his
No,
good
like
girl,
like
good
Jay,
girl and naughty girl
Jay has
list.
got a list. Santa has a list.
Right.
Right.
Santa,
Very
let me,
close too, right
Santa
there.
let me look at the naughty girl list. It was
Yeah.
very interesting.
Had all Jay's name on there.
Right. I'm enjoying this match.
Yeah, this was a very
Yeah,
good
we
match.
noticed the pool of drool on your notebook there, buddy.
Yeah.
No comment.
Blocking the suplex there.
Right. Well, maybe Paradise Alley can get some more talented females in here for Tequila Rose to take on, besides this Christina Marie. Actually, talking to, befriended a girl
Nice
on
clothesline.
Facebook from Long Island.
What's that?
I've befriended this girl on Facebook from Long Island that happens to be the kind of preference that I have, that also happens to be a professional wrestler.
Ah,
Yeah.
sure it wasn't Tinder?
No.
Side suplex.
Karen Q.
Ooh. Yeah, you got two different contrasting styles here.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
It's making for an interesting match. More enjoyable than the last the one from Diesel Mania, I'd say.
So, Bill, you were there. How would you say the attendance compared to the attendance at Diesel Mania?
You know what? This seemed Diesel Mania. The building there was so big,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I don't remember what the number was there, but I mean, you know, you could see you got a pretty good crowd there. I think when I first counted, you know, there was. I mean, I stopped counting at 100. So, you know, I've heard different numbers, but, you know, it was a good crowd. You know, and sometimes you can have 150 people, 200 people at a show, because we all know, and there's, you know, obviously
Your winner,
there's
And
a victory
still-
here. And still,
Tequila Rose.
You can't do it.
No.
not even close.
No,
Mr. Danucci's
he
gonna have to
tries.
sue you for copyright infringement.
Well, that's why I'm not saying it exactly like you
Right.
guys.
I would sign for that.
Yeah.
I'd back Mr. Danucci up.
Yeah.
But back to what Dan had said, there was a good crowd there, you know, and I think, you know, they were into it. Some of the matches, they, like I said, were a little more hard hitting.
Yeah.
They seemed to enjoy it a lot more. You know, they gave a lot of props to Christina Marie here at the end. You could see people clapping. She did a nice job. I thought she, for her first
Absolutely.
time, you know,
Perhaps we should get in contact with this Christina Marie.
There we are.
And it does look as I look around the frame there, you know, what we're seeing,
Yeah.
like they do a crowd of mixed aged people.
yeah, there was you know what? There's always, at every show, there's always one group of people who are like the ones who, you know, they were screaming, delete,
Yeah.
delete, delete, you know, and there's always like a good group of people like that, and they had that here. You know, again, I thought the crowd was very good. You know, everybody was excited. Hey, people were waving at me. I was way up there in the boonies. I was like, I was like a little bird on a wire up there.
You're a celebrity in your own right.
Yeah, that's a legend of my own mind.
There we
So,
are.
but no, good crowd. You know, just again, you know, I think it's only going to continue to get better, and you know, the venue there. I like that venue.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a really smart venue for them to be in. You know,
It's
and
strategically, it's very, very smart.
yeah, and now you know, I had to call Jay. I'm like, hey, how do you get in this place? Which worried me because I wasn't even sure if Jay was there at that point.
I was there. I was there. You got lost for a change.
I didn't get lost. Technically, you're not lost if you're in the parking lot.
Okay,
but,
wait a minute. I sense some tension between you two gentlemen. I understand there's a very important race coming up.
Yes. Let's get to that.
Let's
Right.
Let's get to that.
let's
You
get
know,
to
we
the
talked
bottom of
about it.
this.
I will be in
Bill,
contact
will you
with the
be there?
management of that place. And Mr. Thompson, you will have an answer to your challenge.
it
How
sounds
much?
like
How
by
much is the
week's
entry
end.
fee?
I don't know because my wife did it.
Wow.
I think it's actually it's a Christopher Martin's road race, and I believe it is with a. They have two options. You can entry is $25. I believe it is $25, or what you could do is I think for 15, you can do that with a unwrapped toy for the kids because it's the Toys for Tots. The race has been going on. I don't know how many T-shirts I got at this point, but it's been going on for 10, 20 years at
Right.
least.
Okay, so you're already officially entered.
I'm in, Dan.
You're in. I tell you what, to make it easier on you, so you have less excuses to run on,
It's not
I'll
excuses.
put up the $25 for your entry fee.
There you go.
I'll retain control of this show. Don't you worry about that.
Well, I've got faith in the professor.
His money's on the professor.
I will.
I'm Hollywood J. Williams.
I will run him where his lungs will fall out.
There we are.
See about that. Good night. Good luck.
All right, folks.
See you next Tuesday.